as I said last night, I am reviewing the Resident Evil franchise. I reviewed the first one, go check out that video, and now we're in the second one. And this one is actually not directed by Paul W. S. It's actually directed by Alexander Witt. And so now we got a new director, it's 2004, it's a sequel, the first one was a hit, this one must be great. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Back in 2004, Resident Evil Apocalypse came out, and this was a sequel that I don't think a lot of people were like killing for, because the first one honestly didn't get great reviews. It made a lot of money because it was a game franchise, and they're like, hey, we made so much money that we did get a sequel, Resident Evil Apocalypse. And I do have to admit, it is not, like, as a personal movie, it is not better than the first one. But is this one more entertaining than the first one? Yes. To me, this one is a lot more entertaining. It's like, for example, I saw this the other day, so I'm going to use that example. It's like Home Alone 1 and 2. Home Alone is a really great movie. You love it. It's awesome. I'm not saying Resident Evil is a great movie and all, but I'm just saying, just as an example, Home Alone is really good. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, there's more to do and there's more entertaining scenes, but it's not the first one. That is how I feel about this movie. This one is a lot more fun and entertaining. And this review will contain some spoilers, not a lot of spoilers, but a little bit. So Alice, played by Milla Jovovich, is back. She's woken up. The city is being destroyed. And this movie actually does start off with the city being normal, whatever. And then all the Umbrella Corporation is now trying to get the city evacuated, all the important people out of here, because this man in a wheelchair, who is actually the villain from Sherlock Holmes, he is like one of the guys who made this virus happen. He's one of the main corporation guys, whatever. And he's very important into this whole zombie thing happening. So they're trying to get him out of the city, trying to get all poor people out of the city, and the city starts shutting down, and the zombies come to life. The apocalypse is happening. The Raccoon City is falling apart. There's soldiers in the street fighting, getting eaten. And I have to say, in this movie, it felt more like a zombie movie than the first one. This one is actually like a survival movie, and like a group of characters have to work together to get through the city, whatever. And it's really cool. And so Alice does wake up, and she's awake. She has special abilities. She can now fight. She's awesome. And I have to say, Milla Jovovich, like I said in the first review, she is great as Alice in this movie. In this one, she's not wearing a red dress with a pistol. She's a full-on baddie with a sword, a shotgun, a machine gun. There's a scene where she's on a motorcycle. She drives through a window in a church and kills the monster with the motorcycle. Like, she's a true baddie in this movie, and I love that. Alice is awesome in this movie. And I have to say, this movie is very entertaining. Now, we do get our core little survival group, and they're trying to find this little girl who is the daughter of the guy with the wheelchair dude. They're trying to find this girl, and then they can't leave the city. So they're going through the city, going to the school, whatever, to find this little girl. And they go through all these misadventures. They meet some soldiers. They go through a graveyard. And what would you think is going to happen if in a zombie movie they're going to walk across a graveyard? What do you think is going to happen? Like, really, think about it. What do you think is going to happen if they walk across a graveyard and it's a zombie movie and it's at nighttime? Of course, zombies are going to come out and eat them and try to attack them. And overall, the movie is just entertaining as heck. And that's one, as directed by Paul W. S. Anderson. And you can tell, because this one, the cinematography is good, the movie looks good, this movie feels kind of like a really good action movie at some points. At the very end, when Milla Jovovich has to fight this big monster thing that's walked across the city, has a big machine gun. Spoiler, as of course, that monster turns out to be her friend from the last movie. And I always kind of feel sympathy for him, because I feel really bad for him, because he didn't want to become a monster, and he became a monster, a big monster who's strong, and he's a machine gun. And I love, it's so entertaining when him and Milla Jovovich have to fight each other in the very end. That whole ending sequence is super duper fun. And I do have to admit, the zombies in this movie are actually, like, scary. They're actually, like, threatening. Like, the scene where the news reporter lady she was annoying as heck in this movie. When she can't kill a zombie child and, like, 10 of them eat her. Like, that scene, you actually feel like, oh, that's gruesome. And the zombie dogs are well used in this one. The kitchen scene where they're all, like, the dogs are chasing whatever, and he blows up the kitchen whatever, and Milla Jovovich uses that blanket to cover up her and the little girl whatever. But overall, this movie is entertaining. There are some cool action scenes. Milla Jovovich is awesome. The girl who the cop lady, the one in the blue shirt, she's an awesome lady. I'm pretty sure she's from the video game. The black guy from Next Friday in this movie, he's actually kind of funny in this. He has some dumb moments, but he is kind of funny throughout the whole movie. And of course, like I said at the very end, it's a big, awesome fight scene, whatever, between Milla Jovovich and this big monster thing. And the other business corp guy gets killed by the zombie wheelchair. The wheelchair man, he gets killed. He gets shot, and then he becomes a zombie and eats him. And the zombies just rip that guy apart. And then Raccoon City does blow up, and Milla Jovovich gets away in the helicopter. But when the helicopter crashes, a big spike goes through her chest and pretty much kills her. And then she wakes up naked again in the scientist's place, and this scientist guy is actually the guy from Game of Thrones, and he's like a corporate guy, and he just put this blue gem, the virus pretty much, into Milla Jovovich, which gave her special abilities to escape this corporation. She uses eyesight. It's like to melt this guy's like brain. His eyes are bleeding. She's escaping through this thing and killing everybody. So now she has powers, and it ends with her and her buddies from the whole way through the movie who survived. They escape and they live on, and the apocalypse is happening. The Raccoon City blew up, but the apocalypse is going to continue as in the third one. But overall, as I said, Milla Jovovich as Alice in this movie, she's a bad A. It's just a stated fact. She is a bad A. Overall, Apocalypse is a very entertaining movie with some dumb action scenes and some very entertaining scenes. I honestly think this movie is a lot more entertaining than the first one, and I'm going to give it a C+. I think it is a sequel that does do a lot for the first one. It is as good as a solid movie. I think the first one just has a better, storyline and setup and all kinds of stuff. This one does have that setup and storyline. Like, these first three movies, if you honestly look at them, they actually feel combined. They actually have a story. They're actually trying to build something and everything. But when 4 and 5 come around, we will review them later on this week. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and the third review will come out later, tomorrow, whatever, and maybe the fourth one, I'll try to get 2 of them tomorrow, maybe, we'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys!